My name's Christian LeBlanc, and in 2015 I had the extreme pleasure of traveling to 8 Asian countries over 9 months. Of the 8 months abroad, I spent almost half of it in Thailand. Thailand is such a vibrant country. The food is delicious, the landscapes are breathtaking, and the culture is so rich. This is Thailand. Let's simplify it. Bangkok, the islands, and the north. Bangkok is a beautifully chaotic city. From the elaborate temples to the masses of street vendors, there's so much to see and do. A few of the things you must do while in Bangkok are get on the back of a motorcycle taxi, take a cooking class, and take advantage of the beautiful skyline. There's so many cool sky bars in Bangkok. Also, make sure to pack lightly because Bangkok is the place to go for knockoffs and cheap clothing. And if you're looking for a good night out in Bangkok, make sure to go to Khao San Road. This is where all the travelers go to drink from buckets. And my favorite thing to do in Bangkok is the Ghost Tower. The Ghost Tower is a 50-story building that went under during a recession. It's nothing more than exposed concrete overlooking Bangkok. So climb the haunted stairwell and watch one of the best sunsets you'll ever see in Bangkok. Not ever. Time to head south to the islands. To get there, you have two options. You can either take the train or the plane. The sleeper train is actually a great option for people who are looking to pinch their pennies. The most popular islands can be divided into two groups. Let's start with the left side. From the Krabi airport, we took a shuttle taking us to the ferry, and from the ferry we went to Koh Lanta. Koh Lanta is a very easygoing island. It offers everything from cheap bungalows to extremely luxurious hotels. It's a great getaway spot for couples and for people who are looking to do a little bit of relaxing. If you go to Koh Lanta, there's one thing that you have to do, and that's the 4-island tour. The 4-island tour is absolutely incredible. For about 25 to 35 American dollars, you're driven to these 4 unique islands. The islands we saw that day were among some of the most beautiful I had seen my entire trip. The 4-island tour was nearly worth the trip to Koh Lanta itself. It's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, we are in paradise.
We are.
Let me see. Hi. Laura and I were just walking down a side street and we found the holy grail of fake Nikes. And we're off to Koh Phi Phi.
After Koh Lanta, we headed to Koh Phi Phi. There are few islands as stunning as this. This is the place to go to watch fire dancers by night while drinking questionable alcohol out of a bucket. Koh Phi Phi is definitely a party island for backpackers, but its breathtaking landscapes make it a must for everyone. Koh Phi Phi is also home to the famous Maya Bay, one of the most scenic places in all of Thailand. It was made famous by Leonardo DiCaprio's movie, The Beach. Another commonly traveled island is Phuket. We never went to Phuket because it's generally not the place to go for backpackers. It's more catered towards people who are looking for resorts and spas. To get to the next set of islands, you either take a bus or a plane. Once on the mainland, we took a ferry to the biggest party island in all of Thailand, Koh Phangan.
So cool.
Although Koh Phangan is best known for partying, it's also extremely beautiful. The full moon party happens in the south of the island, but if you want to get away from the craziness and enjoy Koh Phangan's beautiful side, go to the northeast. We skipped Koh Samui for the same reasons as Phuket, and we headed to my favorite island, Koh Tao. The reason Koh Tao is my favorite is because it has the best of all islands. It has the nightlife, it has the landscape, and it has no shortage of things to do. Koh Tao is also very well known for getting your PADI dive license. It's the second cheapest place to get it in the entire world, right after Honduras. But let's be honest, you don't even know where Honduras is. Diving is an eye-opening experience. It's literally like seeing the other half of the world. I highly recommend it, although it sucks you have to set aside 3 days in a course. In total, the course costs us about $320 US, including accommodations for the 3 nights. Just across from Koh Tao is Koh Nang Yuan, or something like that. The island is absolutely breathtaking. The best part of it all is the lookout point. After about 20 minutes of hiking across these wooden platforms and hiking up the mountain, you reach the top, and the view that you see is unbeatable. The view is among one of the most stunning I've ever seen. You have to check this out. It should also be noted that all islands have lots of shopping for tourists. If you're a foreigner, be ready to go to battle because the vendors are ready to go to war. Learn their vocabulary and you might just save that extra 25 cents. Also, if you're into seeing people almost kill each other, then you'll love Muay Thai. Muay Thai is pretty much like boxing, but with less protective gear and someone leaving forgetting their name. I will be coming back to Koh Tao very soon. After the islands, it's time to head to the north. Unfortunately, you can never bypass Bangkok and you almost always have to return there. To go north, we took the sleeper train.
And I won't forget to put roses on your grave.
Taking the sleeper train is pretty much initiation to Thailand. About 12 hours later, we arrived in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is one of the incredible cultural hubs in Thailand. My experience of Chiang Mai was quite unique. This is Songkran. Songkran is a celebration of the Thai New Year, and for 3 days, people go crazy in the streets, absolutely soaking each other with water guns and buckets. It was one of the most incredible experiences of my entire life, and I highly recommend people planning their entire trip to Thailand based around Songkran. I recommend spending half of it in Bangkok and the other half in Chiang Mai. It's an unbeatable experience, and it's definitely a bucket list item. It generally occurs around mid-April. Arguably the largest attraction to Chiang Mai is the elephants. Elephants are among the smartest animals in the entire world. They're gentle giants. Visiting the sanctuary was one of the most enjoyable experiences of my entire time abroad. With that being said, the animals have also been exploited for years by the tourism industry. If a business chains their elephants or lets you ride them, do not support these businesses. I highly recommend that if you go to see elephants, you make sure you're using an ethical source. After Chiang Mai, we rented a scooter and headed further north to Phi. The road from Chiang Mai to Phi is one that you will not soon forget. The road is 130 kilometers and it's constantly curving back and forth. For those who are comfortable riding a bike, it's simply an incredible experience. But if you're not quite comfortable, I recommend you take the bus. Although the road is fairly safe, accidents do happen and I don't recommend making this the place to learn. Once in Phi, we explored Tam Lod Cave. For about $20 a person, a guide takes you through the cave on a wooden raft, with nothing more than a small lantern for light. The cave is massive, and it's an incredible experience for someone who's never been in a cave before. Make sure you buy their fish food. There's these creepy little fish everywhere, and as soon as you feed one, a frenzy starts. After the cave, we got back on our bikes and drove into Phi. Much of Phi is actually based around biking around the area, so if you're not quite as experienced and weren't able to drive from Chiang Mai to Phi, you can actually rent a scooter once you're in Phi for local riding. One thing that you must do in Phi is the canyon. Phi Canyon is the most incredible place to watch the sunset. This was one of the most memorable sunsets of my trip. I've also heard there's some decent hiking around the canyon, so bring running shoes and make sure not to fall. The path is pretty narrow. The next morning, we finished the last thing on our list and headed to the White Buddha. It's an amazing lookout point and definitely a worthwhile experience. After Phi, we headed back to Bangkok and that was the end of our trip. One warning that must be made about Thailand is that the second you go there, you will never be the same. This may sound cheesy, but that's exactly what happened to me, and that's why I'm going back next month. I'll be sharing all my adventures and experiences on YouTube through daily YouTube videos, so make sure to subscribe because there's so much more to come. For the most part, Thailand is very safe, and as long as you take the same safety precautions as you would traveling anywhere else, you should be totally fine. Thailand is very inexpensive. Meals can be as cheap as $2 and accommodations as cheap as $5. And for $20, you're staying in a nice boutique hotel. Since I last checked, Thailand does not require a visa and allows visitors to stay for 30 days. However, you should always do your own research. If you guys like this video, please throw it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or family who may be going to Thailand. I think they'll find this video very helpful. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.
Oh, it's recording right now. Hello.